just left a late. I just booked a flight. NYLA. Trapping all the way. Stacking by my pesos. Shooters stay with me. Killers on the payroll. Yo, bitch, fuck with me. She do what I say. So. Fresh from ATL. Just in my ear.
You already know the vibes. Salute to everybody. Listen, man, we warming up the chat. Salute to everybody. You know, I don't do too many screen shares, but I will be doing more screen shares for the people right now in my space. There is an echo. Let me put this on. Okay, cool. That should be all right. But yeah, I'll check the audios as well because I'm going to do a quick read. So I just got to make sure the audios is right. If I need to hold this right here, then I'll do it. Salute to everybody in the building. I will be doing a poll. So listen, right? Sean Diddy Combs sues for defamation over fake claims. As you can see on there, it's Ariel Mitchell. We got Courtney Burgess as well as Nexstar Media, who is Nexstar Media Inc., which is the parent company of Newsnation. So this is what this is about. As you can see, it's a 25-page document. And yeah, we're gonna get into a little read on this, man. Let me just make sure I check the sounds and just make sure everything good, man. I've been doing lives for years, bro. Trust me. I done did whole lives and it was on mute. Trust me, son. Tight. Not doing that today. Not doing that today. If y'all hear me good, make sure. Hopefully you're not hearing so much of that. All right, now y'all hear me good. Y'all hear me good. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hold on, let me put my poll in the chat. Salute Cuzzo on the building. Oh, my dog always Cuzzo, man. Shout out to my boy Cuzzo. Hold up, let me get my poll in here. Pause. But I gotta do the poll as well. Because when I'm reading, I'm not gonna be doing this. I would just want everybody to make sure they drop some likes on the way in. My poll is taking mad long to pause. So this is mad pause, you know what I'm saying? This should sound mad pause. Hold up. This is the first question. All right. Do y'all think that Diddy's getting out on October 3rd? All right. It's a real question, a very relevant question. Some people say no, some people say yes. No matter, we not the judge, bro. You can have your own opinion, bro. We all can. It's not that serious. You see what I'm saying? We understand that, you know, maybe worst case scenario could be like a 5. If you get crazy, you know, worst case could be 10, 15, 20. We understand that. That's the worst case. But with him with no record, even with all of the stuff that was alleged against him, I'm thinking maybe worst case scenario could be like 5 for him. We see the new developments now with the Diddy case is that Diddy and his team is trying to push for Diddy to be on home confinement now. So I'm saying, since he's been in jail for like over a year and change, by the time he gets sentenced, a year and a couple of months, like a year and a half looking like, right? Not a year, but close, you know what I'm talking about. So if he gets like another year and change, 2 years, they're trying to push for the judge to make him do the rest of his time at home, kind of like a halfway house type situation. He'll have a laundry list of stipulations and conditions, of course, ankle monitors, this, that, drug testing, But also Diddy's team was trying to put together to achieve something like this, right? Where you could be home and doing this thing like this. They said you have to put together professionals and people, a team of people, not just like your team, a team of professional counselors, whatever kind of people is these professionals, right? So Diddy's team is already putting these kinds of people in place just in case this thing is an option. Feel me? We already know this. So now we got this here. So we're gonna get into a little bit of read of this amended complaint. Salute to everybody in the building. Hold up, just the first people in the chat. So let me shout out the people in the building. Hold up. Shout out to y'all, Claudia. Shout out to y'all, Candace. Shout out. You already know. Shout out to y'all, man. Retired troll in the building. You already know, #1 mod in this building. Most definitely #1 mod in this building. Most definitely the person that deserves this mod wrench. I've given many people mods just because I have love in me. Trust me. Everybody I've given love is a hater too. Some of these people's haters. Don't get it twisted. I deal with God though. So I don't care how much hate a person think they can show. I believe in God and Jesus. That's what I really believe in. 7's in my chat, God and Jesus anytime. Boom. Let's get to let's get to some of this read real quick, man. I'm trying to not just read out. It's 25 pages, homie. Let's get to it. And you know the boy can read. You know I dropped out. I was cooking up as a young kid, not SpaghettiOs. I was living a bad life. But I learned to read from the Reading Rainbow. The Reading Rainbow. Reading Rainbow taught me how to read, homie. And I know how to read real good. So shout out to the Reading Rainbow. Shout out to my man LeVar Burton from Star Trek. He fucked up my whole head when I knew that it was him that taught me how to read. And this nigga was on the mothership. Couldn't believe it. Salute to that. Salute to all my people. Candace, salute. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, Corvette Police. Please, I salute to all of y'all. Salute to all of y'all. I appreciate y'all all, man, for real. Over here we just do things regular, man. You know what I mean? I ain't chasing nothing. I ain't chasing a view. I'm not chasing nothing, man. You know what I mean? We all gonna do things and we all gonna win together. Simple. If God designed it, it's gonna be meant for us. There's nothing to chase. Salute to that. All right, cool. You see the beginning. So I ain't got to get into it, right? The jury trial demanded, right? Cool. Plaintiff Sean Combs, Mr. Combs, by and through his undesigned counsel, Sher Tremont, LLP, for his first amended complaint against Courtney Burgess, Ariel Mitchell, and Nexstar Media, Newsnation, collectively defendants alleges as follows the nature of the action. 1. This case is about defendants' willful schemes to fabricate and broadcast outrageous lies concerning Mr. Combs, and then to leverage those falsehoods to enrich themselves, gain social media fame, promote their brands, strip Mr. Combs of his reputation and livelihood, and jeopardize his right to a fair trial. And 2, social media protagonists, including but not limited to defendants Burgess and Mitchell, have for over a year been fueling a media frenzy, fabricating outlandish claims and stirring up baseless speculations about Mr. Combs, vying to outdo each other in a shameless competition to draw attention to themselves with no regard for the truth. In this pitiful spectacle, all pretense of objectivity has been abandoned as a global audience feast at the all-you-can-eat buffet of wild lies and conspiracy theories. Defendants Mitchell and Burgess are among the worst perpetrators in this offensive scenario. They eagerly court every opportunity to broadcast blatant falsehoods, pretending they have proof that Mr. Combs engaged in heinous acts, knowing that no such proof exists. Defendants Newsnation, rather than uphold standards of professionalism, journalism, and act as a bulwark against such social media fabrications, instead lent its credibility to and amplified defendant Burgess's and Mitchell's claims lies, giving them a mainstream media platform to malign plaintiffs for defendants' collective profit. 4. As a result, millions of people have come to believe in the made-up evidence that defendants have falsely described and vouched for. The torrent of lies and the immeasurable harm and prejudice it has caused to Mr. Combs must be remedied. And 5, defendant Burgess falsely claimed that he possessed videos of Mr. Combs involved in actual assaults of celebrities and minors. Defendant Newsnation recklessly repeated and amplified his lies as if they were true, even though Newsnation was aware that what he was spewing was probably false. As a result, Burgess's lies were rebroadcast on social and traditional media platforms to reach millions of viewers in the United States and abroad. Burgess's attorney, who was recently named in a complaint by the Florida bar based on allegations that she bribed a witness to corroborate accusations of actual assault against a celebrity, repeated those lies. Mitchell knew that her client's claims were false, or at minimum was utterly reckless in disregarding their falsity. Because no such tapes exist, and because Mitchell never saw any video depicting Mr. Combs actually abusing anyone, adult or minor, Mitchell's many false assertions that Burgess possessed such videos were either knowingly, blatantly falsehoods or recklessly false statements made as the direct result of Mitchell's inexcusable failure to investigate her client's outrageous lies. Mitchell also knowingly published false statements about plaintiff on a national television in connection with her representation of another client, discussing a California woman who made I've seen when she did this. So she was talking about this on a lot. I think she was talking about this also on Piers Morgan, which is crazy. She was talking about the same thing on Piers. Um, who made outlandish allegations of a coordinated, premeditated, violent rape. Mitchell falsely asserted that a police report corroborated her client's allegations that Mr. Combs raped her on a specific day in March 2018. In truth, no such police report exists. Contrary to Mitchell's published statements, an actual police report filed by her client thoroughly discredited the client's preposterous accusations against Mr. Combs. It alleged that the client was tragically raped by two white men, not Mr. Combs, who is black. Even those allegations were deemed unsubstantiated by the police. Again, Newsnation published those lies about Mr. Combs, even though it knew or recklessly disregarded the fact that there was no such corroborating police report. Burgess peddled his false and defamatory statements about Mr. Combs to promote himself on social media. Mitchell did the same. Both seek to capitalize on the resulting publicity for financial gain, and both must be held accountable. Newsnation disseminated Burgess's and Mitchell's false statements despite multiple reasons to seriously doubt the truth of their claims, given Burgess's and Mitchell's reputations for peddling falsehoods, the outlandish nature of their statements, as well as the publicly available information discrediting their claims. Newsnation should have realized that Burgess and Mitchell's statements were inherently improbable. Together, Burgess, Mitchell, and Newsnation have caused profound reputational and economic injury and severe prejudice to Mr. Combs. In this action, Mr. Combs seeks money damages, including punitive damages, for the severe harm the defendants' false and defamatory statements have inflicted upon him. The parties. Plaintiff Sean Combs is an individual who presently resides in Brooklyn, New York. Defendant Courtney Burgess is an individual who, upon information and belief, is a resident of New Jersey or Maryland. Defendant Ariel Mitchell is an individual who, upon information and belief, is a resident of Miami, Florida, conducts business in New York. Defendant Nexstar Media Inc. is, upon information and belief, a Delaware corporation with its principal place of business located at the location on the screen. Jurisdiction and venue. The court has subject matter jurisdiction over this action pursuant to 28 U.S.C. 1332A because complete diversity is present and because the amount in the dispute exceeds $75,000. The court has personal jurisdiction over defendants because they were present in New York when they made the false and defamatory statements that injured Mr. Combs, because they directed their false and defamatory statements about Mr. Combs to individuals in New York, among other places, because they caused harm to Mr. Combs in New York, among other places, because defendant Mitchell does business in New York, and because defendant Nexstar Media Inc. conducts business in New York, including through the filming and distribution of its programs, Newsnation in New York. Venue is proper in 18. Venue is proper in this court pursuant to 28 U.S.C. 1391 because a substantial part of the events giving rise to Mr. Combs's claims occurred in the Southern District of New York, including the publication of the defamatory statements here. Mr. Combs has been damaged in his business, personal and professional reputation, and enjoyment of fundamental rights in this district. Of factual backgrounds. Sean Combs became famous for his extraordinary. You really want me to read that? Come on, bruh. I want to get to like this part, like 21. Let's talk about this, right? All right, we over there. All right, he was a label owner. Come on, bro. I'm skipping it. In September 24th, he was indicted, though, on the trafficking charges September 17th, and emphatically and unequivocally denied that he was guilty of the trafficking or the racketeering, which he was ultimately acquitted of. Following an 8-week trial in the Southern District of New York, a jury acquitted Mr. Combs of ex-trafficking and racketeering in July of 2025. Neither the criminal indictment, the trial, nor the verdict involved allegations or finding of sexual assaults of minors or the use of hidden cameras. The government did not call Burgess as a witness at the trial, nor did it present any video evidence matching the description of the videos Burgess claimed he possessed and claimed to the government and claimed possessed and provided to the government. Burgess's unreliable reputation and defamatory statements on social media. Defendant Burgess has been described as a one-time industry bit player and a fringe character in the past year, seeking to capitalize on the media's insatiable appetite for celebrity scandal. Burgess has gone to great lengths to invent and publicize outrageous falsehoods about Mr. Combs. In media interviews, Burgess claimed he has worked in the music industry for decades, yet there exists no public record or of any professional achievements, and he left no detectable footprint on the industry prior to his recent campaign to malign Mr. Combs. His malicious conduct, which according to the New York Times, has only amped up the circus-like frenzy surrounding Mr. Combs' case and intended to garner publicity and profit from the attention surrounding Mr. Combs' legal proceedings. Burgess has never met Mr. Combs and has never had any relationship with anyone in Mr. Combs' family. Nevertheless, Burgess has claimed on multiple occasions that Kim Porter, the mother of 4 children with Mr. Combs, who died, RIP, in 2018, provided him with a copy of her memoir and videos depicting Mr. Combs actually assaulting inebriated celebrities and minors, those close to Miss Porter, including her children and her roommate for over 20 years, had never heard of Burgess before he had made this utterly implausible and completely false claim. Now, Burgess has made this false claim numerous times to the press and in social media appearances. In one such interview broadcast on or about October 31st, 2024, my uncle's birthday, RIP, on the Atwood Unleashed YouTube channel, Burgess elaborated on his false claim that he received these materials directly from Kim Porter, host Sean Atwood, whose YouTube channel boasts 946,000 subscribers, including, upon information and belief, numerous subscribers in New York, as Burgess, upon information and belief, must have known, introduced Burgess in one interview by noting that he has certainly been making waves on the internet. Atwood also noted that we've had so much interest in this one. On the broadcast, Burgess falsely claimed that Miss Porter enlisted the help of a music industry mutual acquaintance to put her files in Burgess's hands. Specifically, Burgess claimed that this individual called Burgess and told him, "I got something for you. Kim told me to give you something. She's got something she wants you to work with." Burgess went on to claim, again falsely, that the same individual later met Burgess in New York and delivered to him the first of several flash drives containing the memoir and videos that Miss Porter supposedly intended for him to have, even though, even according to Burgess, Miss Porter had no more than a passing acquaintance with Burgess. During the interview, Atwood posted still images that Burgess insinuated had come from the videos that Burgess falsely claimed Miss Porter had provided to him. They described one as depicting Justin Bieber, a famous recording artist, kissing an unidentified male. Atwood asked if this picture was legit. Burgess responded, yes, definitely. Scoville then asked Burgess, "How freaked out were you the first time you got a look at some of the image? Shocked or what?" He said, "Shocker or what?" Burgess responded that he was freaked out because my daughter was a listener of Justin Bieber, you understand. Burgess stated that Bieber was a child at the time. Burgess characterized Bieber as a victim who loved it, loved being treated like that, and that what happens sometimes when you're a kid. Burgess went on to compare Mr. Combs to Lucifer, claiming that Mr. Combs, like Lucifer, destroyed bodies, he destroyed careers. He could get you where you want to be at, but you're going to give up the back end. That sounds crazy. Burgess also commented on an image that appeared to depict Mr. Combs with his arms around an adult woman's shoulder. Schofield falsely suggested that the photograph evidenced actual misconduct with minors. Yeah, it's just it's disturbing how the number of people who appear to be underage in all of those things. You know, I think that's probably what we're going to see on these superseding indictments is gotta be, man, it's just keeps coming back to the underage thing again and again and again. You know, it's like terrifying. Burgess and Schofield's statements about these images on Atwood Unleashed broadcasts were specifically and maliciously intended to convince viewers falsely that Burgess possessed and Atwood and Schofield and had Atwood and Schofield had seen evidence that Mr. Combs had engaged in actual abuse of celebrities and minors, even though they knew those claims were false when they made them. On that same broadcast, Burgess insinuated falsely that the talking about Mr. Combs and the fake memoir and videos put him in danger for his life. Burgess also described his efforts to market and fake Porter's memoir on Amazon.com, which he initially gave the ghoulish title, Kim's Lost Words. It's crazy. Hold on. Let me just make sure everything's good with this. Sound good and everything good. You know how we're doing it. Cool. Here we go. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, cool. Let me see where we at. Where we at. All right, cool. Yeah, we rocking. But see, YouTube be bugging. YouTube be wilding, bro. And here it tells me that like 30, 40 people's here. Here it tells me like a couple of people here. YouTube's crazy. Y'all just make sure y'all getting the likes up. Let me see some people in the chat because you know I'm reading. You know what I mean? Shout out Sherzana. Fia's in the building. Daily Dose of Jazz in the building. Shout out my girl Jazz in here. Okay. Got all my ladies in the chat. I gotta go get my oils. Miss Aisha in the chat. Shout out Miss Aisha. All my homies duck, nigga. When I oil the chat up, just duck, homie. Straight. Not Diddy. I don't oil the men up, homie. Only the ladies. Get all up, homie. I ain't. Look, wait. Straight. Tehran in the building. Yeah, we all in here chilling. All right, cool. Salute to y'all. All right, cool. Let's get back to the work. All right, cool. We got a few more pages of this. All kind of people calling my phone trying to blow me up, but I just had to take a break. I'm just going to preface it by saying that after the trial, I just had to take a break from the trial. I gave a lot of energy, a lot of output, a lot of love out of me. You know what I mean? A lot of blessing of God. It's a lot of devil around that stuff. You know what I mean? It was a lot to hear a lot of his testimony, whether you believe his victims or not. It's a lot of, sometimes some of the stuff is disturbing, it's violent, it's a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? It's victims to hear some people that was victims coming into the court, protesting against some people that stood for him and stood for the case. You know what I mean? It was a lot. You know what I mean? And I got a chance to speak to many people on both sides, people that were victims, people that didn't think that they were victims, people that stood for people that straight victims like Mama Flip, that will never stand for an abuser ever. I don't care what you think you is. She's not gonna stand. I mean, so I've had these conversations, but it's a lot. What comes with all those conversations is it shows that it's a lot of trauma, and many of us have a lot of trauma. You know what I'm saying? We do, you know what I mean? But we have to bring it to the forefront. We have to be able to talk about things, and we will be doing a lot of great things to build. You know what I mean? Talk about it. Conversations, men and women, us alike. We're gonna be building on this channel. We're gonna be talking. We're gonna be doing panels and all types of stuff. But we got to get to a lot of these conversations, even if sometimes we got to beef about it. I don't think there's a beef. I think that real men want to help real women, and I think real women want to help real men. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I just think that's a basic. So one of the conversations that I wanted to go into earlier today was it was about submitting. You know, it's been a conversation, and even on my other channels that I had, you know what I mean? It was conversations that we had and used to get into about submittance, about women submitting and things like that. And I was watching some as well. And, you know, a person was making a person named Sheep Stay Sleep, but he was making a good point, you know, and it was like, you know, these men want a woman to submit, right? But yet the men won't ever submit. I'm not even just talking about to a woman herself. I'm just talking about us as men, right? It's a certain standard that we should be living by and moving with and being as men, you know what I'm saying? And carrying how we should be carrying it, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes we won't even submit to these things, like to get rid of some of these devices, these vices, and all these things that we have. Sometimes, you know what I mean, whether it's God submitting and all these things like that, but yet we want somebody to submit to us. And I just feel it was like a really good point, you know what I mean? And I think there's some of the conversations that we really need to have to start bringing it back together. But yeah, let's get back to the read though. As words of the purported memoir had circulated, Kim Porter's children and the best friend publicly discredited Burgess's claims that he had received personal files of Miss Porter's posting on social media and informing the press that Miss Porter had never written a memoir or maintained a journal. On or about September 25th, 2024, Miss Porter's children released a statement including the following confirmation that Burgess was lying. Claims that our mom wrote a book are simply untrue. She did not, and anyone claiming to have a manuscript is misrepresenting themselves, and the emphasis was added. After the book was denounced by Miss Porter's family and others as a fake, Amazon pulled the volume from its website on or about October 3rd. So now, boom, that's my mom's birthday. Shout out to that. All right, cool. All right. But damn, to think, man, if you got these things and you talking about this Kim Porter book, bro, and it ain't this. People got kids, bro. Woman has passed away. Like, come on, bro. Like, sometimes you just gotta have you guys gotta have some kind of like, bro, you can use many words to describe this thing. What empathy? I know the word you want to use to fit it in, but like, come on, bro. The woman has passed away, son. A beautiful woman and a beautiful soul, son. Leave it be, bro. Leave it be, bro. You can't chase clout that hard, son. Straight. Can't chase clout that hard, homie. Straight. You can't chase clout that hard. Trust me. When you start chasing the dead, you're gonna run right into it too, son. Straight. Chasing the dead. I'm here living off the land of the living, homie. Not chasing living off the dead. Homie, I'm living off the living. God, homie, what are you talking about? Come on, bro. Bugging. Yo, y'all's bugging, bro. Gotta have some spiritual coof. Gotta have some, bro. Because everything that we chase today, son, comes back and catches us in the end, son. It's gonna trap us, bro. Don't think so. You can win, you can beat, whatever you think, son. It's gonna balance itself back out, bro. You're gonna get balanced up. You're gonna get balanced up, bro. Trust me. Trust me. We gotta do good things, man. No matter if you're doing good things. Add some good shit in it too. The fuck? It's about weighing your good and your bad, bro. No one's perfect. We all did some shit. Don't matter, right? If you're a comedic person, you believe in comedicism, it's about weighing of the heart. Something, right? In the last days, right? That's all it's about, bro. We all trying to get to a right place, bro. Simple. Point blank, period. If you're not trying to do that, you know what you doing. You know what you young people out here trying to do that. And we older. What is you talking about, bro? What is we doing? Nah, bro. That's why I didn't just stick to journalism out there. I could have did more journalism than anybody out there, bro. Niggas can't fuck with me with this journalism shit, bro. Go by my channel, see how I do this. I still did the journalism, bro. But God took me out of that in the trial, bro, and said, just be in the moment. Just be here, son. Forget this, forget that. I had intentions. Listen, I'm going to be on ABC. Now I'm about to be the next anchor. I was coming in to be like that. Man, you see, I was coming in. Wasn't coming in playing with nobody, homie. See, I was coming in. Feel me? But God said, he told me, chill, joke, laugh. And look, son, laugh, bro. You have to laugh here, bro. Told me, son. Told me this. And people was able to laugh, bro. Straight, son. If you can make people laugh in a Diddy trial and that shit, around that shit, son, that's God bless God, son. Straight. Not God bless me. God bless God, son. What are you talking about, bro? Who's laughing? Who's laughing at? Every day is a kickoff. Every day is an argument. Every day is some devil shit. Every single day, son, it's another crazy person coming outside. Wow. Every single day, bro. Can't tell me that's God out there, bro. That's the devil out there, bro. In full effect, bro. That's slammy swammies. Every day, dummy. Not playing with the devil, son. Telling you, it's the devil's out there every day, son. Straight. Great. Devil was out there in full swing, homie. Straight. Straight. Hold up. Let me turn my phone off. Salute to my people in the chit of that, though. So to my people in the shit that. Oh, my homie, what up? Let's see if she. Yeah, facts of life. Let's get back to this. Yeah, it's 8:25, bro. Shit, bro. You know I read kind of quick too. I'll be reading slow. After the book was, did I read the book already? No, I didn't. After the book was denounced by Mrs. Combs's family as and others as a fake, Amazon pulled the volume. Blah, 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 yeah. Subsequently, Burgess marketed another equally false, violent, and defamatory version of the book titled "Can Porter Tell It All" on a different website, www.jamalmillwood.com. Burgess described the second version as R-rated in contrast to the earlier PG version of the fake memoir. Upon information and belief, sometime in or around September 2024, Burgess contacted Mitchell, seeking to team up with a lawyer in an attempt to legitimize and or profit from his outrageous lies. Mitchell's unreliable reputation. Now, Mitchell is a civil litigator at her. Jesus Lord, this woman here too. Hold up. Somebody hit me on. I hope y'all getting the likes up too. I can't even see no likes. I gotta go on my next phone and see the likes, bro. Get the likes up. Hike up the likes like your girlfriend's skirt last night. Yeah, don't do that with me. Know that. Playing games. All right, cool. All right. Mitchell is a civil litigator at her eponymously named law firm. On her firm's website, she boasts that her practice focuses on high profile cases, including claims of sexual assault perpetrated by a celebrity. A recent complaint filed against Mitchell by the Florida bar similarly observed that Mitchell represents individuals who allege they have been sexually assaulted by celebrities in connection with on one such representation in or around 2021. Mitchell brought a lawsuit against plaintiff and the celebrity musician Trey Songz on behalf of a woman claiming sexual assault by Trey Songz. Plaintiff was dismissed as a defendant from that lawsuit in its early stages in 2022. A witness in that lawsuit testified that Mitchell tried to bribe her to lie about witnessing the purported assault and being assaulted herself. In connection with those allegations of professional misconduct, 3 complaints were filed with the Florida bar accusing Mitchell of engaging in witness tampering. In addition, on or about February 15, 2022, Trey Songz' lawyer publicly filed a motion for sanctions against Mitchell, seeking dismissal of her client's lawsuit. The court's hearing that sanctions motion ultimately declined to award sanctions, characterizing the evidence before it as classic, she said, versus she said scenario. The court did not resolve the ultimate factual issue of the alleged bribe, but the court noted it does not speak on behalf of the Florida bar. Thereafter, the Florida bar filed a complaint against Mitchell arising out of the complaints that she had attempted to bribe a witness to corroborate allegations of sexual assault against a celebrity. The Florida bar concluded that Mitchell had violated multiple rules of the professional conduct, including with respect to truthfulness in statements to others and dishonesty, fraud, deceit, and misrepresentation. As described by the Florida bar, the witness in question had signed a sworn declaration describing how Mitchell claimed to have contacted several paparazzi and news media outlets about her client's claims and told the witness those media organizations would pay her for her story. In its complaint against Mitchell, the Florida bar found that she had repeatedly misrepresented to the media the status of the complaints against her, falsely telling multiple news outlets in February 2022 that the Florida bar had taken no action in connection with the witness tampering complaints, when in fact the Florida bar's investigation into Mitchell's witness tampering was still open. The Florida bar also found Mitchell had violated ethics rules concerning truthfulness and deceit in her defense against the sanctions motions filed by Songz. In particular, the Florida bar investigation showed that in an attempt to discredit the witness who swore she had been offered a bribe, Mitchell falsely asserted the witness had drank heavily during their meeting and that Mitchell had not been drinking at all. Contrary to Mitchell's representation to the court, a receipt from the establishment where that meeting occurred showed that the witness had only one drink and that Mitchell had also one drink as well. The Florida bar found this receipt conclusively demonstrated that Mitchell made an affirmative misrepresentation in her attempts to impeach the witness. Like she was trying to get it saucy. What's going on? You want to make it take one more sip. So what happens? For her repeated lack of candor, truthfulness, to the media and to at least one court, the Florida bar has requested that Mitchell be disciplined. Other allegations brought by Mitchell against celebrities have similarly been publicly discredited. In or around 2022, Mitchell brought a $20, no, sorry, $20 million, $20 million lawsuit against the rapper Chris Brown on behalf of a woman claiming Brown raped her after Brown posted a series of text messages and voicemails reflecting a consensual relationship with the plaintiff. Mitchell withdrew. Now, in the summer of 2024, Mitchell filed a lawsuit against Mr. Combs on behalf of the adult entertainer who alleged that she had been ex-trafficked by Mr. Combs. This lawsuit did not involve any allegations of hidden cameras or conduct involving minors. After filing the lawsuit, Mitchell launched a media tour in which she repeatedly offered to discuss allegations against Mr. Combs, including in an interview with TMZ Live, during which Mitchell sat in front of a propped-up copy of an issue of Vibe magazine with Mr. Combs on the cover. Mitchell has brought at least two other lawsuits against Mr. Combs. She has spoken out about them extensively to the media. In exchange for press appearances to discuss the allegations against Mr. Combs, Mitchell has demanded luxury accommodations, including first-class flights to New York City, a minimum 2-night stay at 4-star minimum hotel, on-site hair and makeup services, meals and snacks, and an unspecified materials fee. She has insisted, moreover, that such interviews must occur in New York City. Mitchell Burgess and Nexstar defamatory statements on national television. Mitchell has peddled numerous false claims about the plaintiff to various media outlets. For example, in a television interview with Newsnation upon information and belief at its studio in New York City that was broadcast on or about September 27, 2024, Mitchell falsely stated that there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood, presumably referencing Burgess or one of his affiliates. Mitchell's continued, one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became public knowledge. Mitchell described the request as a catch and kill and stated that Mr. Combs was in the tape and this person was as well, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs. Mitchell falsely confirmed that the video exists, that it's real, and that the other person in the video is very visible. It's no question if that person in the video, I can tell that the video is pornographic in nature. With no evidentiary support, the Newsnation host, speaking about Mr. Combs, then falsely said to Mitchell, it sounds like there were probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Mitchell falsely confirmed this and then further stated that based on her review of the supposed false evidence, it doesn't seem like the person knows they're being videotaped. It is like they're being, it's crazy. Where my likes at? Where's my likes at? Where's my likes at? Let me see what's going on. Okay, just got back. Okay, oh my man just hit me too. Hold up. Cool. Let me see if they still over there. That's cool. They did. Cool. Hold up. Yeah, we rocking. We here, we rocking. What page we on though? Page 12 or 25. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to just finish it out as much as I could. If I gotta read the next few pages at the end, like I right there. Let me see, I'm on page 12. I'm gonna take it from page 12. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the house and just do it from there. Take it from page 12, I think. So to everybody in the building though. So to everybody in the building. 40 minutes, cool. So I'll do another read, another part, because that's 12 and 12 is 25 pages. Basically, it's half. I could do another half. So part 1, part 2, cool. You get through it. I don't like doing part 1s and part 2s to the reads. Anybody that knows me, I like to read the paperwork straight out and just get the content out. But I'm going to be moved from my location. I'm going to go home, I think, and just finish out the read and just do the part 2. And it'd probably be less of an echo here too. So salute to all my people in the building. You already know the vibes. You know, I appreciate all of y'all. You know, I love all y'all for real. You know what I mean? Gangster. I really, really do. So I damn sure appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all all hit the notification.
All my niggas from the Uda. All my niggas turn shooters. All my ops turn racks. All my niggas turn shooters. On the internet, you ain't been this way. You been stuck in a computer.
The pro facts, bro. I got a lot of videos I got to do. I got to do this one. I got to do a reaction to my bro, man. My man. He from England though, man. I mean, I was out there in England with my man and shit. He got 37 years and shit, son. So niggas be online making videos about the nigga, but I know the nigga, you know what I'm saying? Chill with the nigga like this. It's my man, though, you know what I mean? So shout out to my man, KO, from England. You already know the vibes. And my man, Pat, Church Road, England. You know the vibes. Shout out to the Achilles. Yeah, my guys, you know what I mean? Real shit. Real niggas fuck with real niggas. So, yeah. Shout out to that. Shout out to my real ones. Free all the dogs. Free all the real ones. Straight. So to everybody that hit the polls, everybody that's sharing these videos, share, like, subscribe, do all of those things. I'm doing more of these. So, you know, I do a lot of other kinds of videos. So me doing like these screen shares more and more. We building the channel. You know what I'm saying? Because YouTube don't send out my notifications at all. That's what's going on. Especially these. I don't do these enough. So YouTube don't send them out. So that's why I need my people, making sure y'all sharing, make sure y'all liking, subscribing, and not getting my notification. Everybody unsubscribe, subscribe back, hit notification bells on all. That's how we getting it. All right. Okay. Especially the ladies, if you want all you want. I ain't straight, nigga. Not apologizing for my oil ups because my shit is consensual, nigga. Pie rules. Straight. So salute to all my ladies in the chat. Salute to all my kings in the chat. I got some panels that I'm going to be doing. I want y'all active. I want y'all hitting them links. And I want y'all coming up on this channel and talking about whatever the fuck we talking about. That's what it is. Y'all have helped me to build this. So you're going to help to use it like I'm using it. That's how it's going to work. We're all going to win as much as we can. I don't know how much we're going to win, but I know we got God. We got Jesus. But I know we got a good goddamn chance to be fucking winning. So let us win.
All my niggas turn shooters. All my ops turn racks. All my niggas from the Uda. All my niggas turn shooters. All my ops turn racks. All my niggas turn shooters. On the internet, you ain't been this way. You been stuck in a computer. Show me the proof. All my niggas turn shooters. All my niggas from the Uda. Welcome to the Uda. All my niggas from the Uda. All my niggas turn shooters. All my ops turn racks. All my niggas turn shooters. On the internet, you ain't been this way. You been stuck in a computer. Show me the proof. All my niggas turn shooters. All my niggas from the Uda. Welcome to the Uda. All of my niggas insane. They tryna catch a mistake. Young niggas putting in pain. It in the game, all for the game. Niggas ain't playing for nothing. Went in school, laying it bang. My little nigga kill my little nigga. Full-time job not to kill niggas. Jump off the porch of the field, nigga. You was in the house, I'm a field nigga. No fuck boys around real niggas. Been a drug dealer since a little nigga, huh? To get a kilo, they'll kill a nigga. Fuck how you feel, nigga. To get some kilos, I'll kill a nigga too. Throw that rock like I'm Montana. Good head, raise my antennas. G49, not San Fran. Beat the box with my bandana. Then I dip set like I'm Santana. I'm in UK like that Montana. She bring me money, you press her. You got a jug of finesse her. I give a dick that'll change her life. You leave her change on the dresser. Shorty, a wetty, a wetty. That pussy ready, get ready. Don't wanna get ahead of myself, but I want the head for the Getty. She said she fuck with the Uda. I tell her open the Chevy. All my niggas from the